does Biden square his belief that he's going to go beg Saudi Arabia for oil when he is married at the hip to the movement that apparently controls him and has him believing that we should not use fossil fuels?
Boy, here's a guy talking out of all sides of his mouth, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have a question, Joe, and I need help understanding this. I have in front of me the 70-year historical chart of crude oil prices. Mm-hmm. And I know we always have said the price at the pump is based upon futures, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. So in front of me right now, as it currently stands, it's $118.67 per barrel.
Right now.
Today.
Yep.
Today.
Yep.
Back in April of 2020, it was at a historic low of $21.
Really?
Come on.
Just shy of $22 a barral.
Wow.
Really?
Well, keep in mind, this is April of 2020. The
Nobody was
government
driving.
shut down. Nobody's driving. There was no demand for gas like there is today. Okay?
Wow.
But back in... Oops, I just lost my spot here. Okay, back in December of 2008, June of 2008, a cost of a barrel was $187.04.
June when?
June of 2008.
Really?
That was at right before...
Prices-
We were in a crash period in 08.
Correct. That was right before...
But still, gas wasn't $4.69.
That's
a
exactly
gallon.
where I was going. Kenny. And even leading up to that, October of 2007, all the way through what I just mentioned, gas was, the barrels were 154, 139. So it was more back then for about a 6-month stretch than it is currently.
You know what we need? We need a futures expert. And we've got them right there in South St. Paul at Cenex. I know somebody at Cenex is listening. Somebody that buys gas for C-stores, for the Cenex C-stores or for any C-store. We need an expert, somebody we can rely on a daily basis.
All right. I have another one for you, Joe, now, because I know you got something. May of 1980, which is what we have been saying. This is the highest inflation since then, correct? Mm-hmm. Since 1980. May of 1980, a barrel of crude oil was $141.13.
Really?
Which is $20 more than it currently stands right now.
This is a two-pronged problem. One, oil is a global commodity. Mm-hmm. And as we've pointed out, you're buying a bet on the future, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a complexity that probably is above our pay grade.
You think so?
Sure. The second prong is not above our pay grade. What we're witnessing with this intramural fight with this administration is a battle for the soul of the country, in the sense that this administration, despite its at odds between Kerry and Biden, this administration wants to disabuse us of the notion that we even need fossil fuels.
Yeah.
That hasn't come up before. That didn't come up in 1980. That didn't come up in 2008. That didn't come up in 2020. It's on the table now, and that's change. That would change America. If you make gas unaffordable, you no longer have this American exceptionalism that's always been based on our ability to move, to get to work, to afford to get to work, to produce, to achieve, to compete. If that goes off the table, then who are we?
We're not America anymore.
Who are we?
We're the mystery.
Who are we with this fruitcake Kerry flying around in his private jet, lecturing and bitching at us that we don't need gas? He hangs around with 12 people on Nantucket Island who are protected from this BS.
Right.
And everybody in the administration right now is fully engorged over the fact that gas prices are so high, because this is cramming their solar nonsense down our throat.
Okay, then who do they want us to be? It's bringing about the mystery.
Yeah.
So, riddle me this, Batman, because I was in the height of my partying days in Mankato in November of 1998.
I can imagine.
What was going on then? Because a barrel of oil was $19.99.
Well, I can't tell you what a gallon of gas cost in 1990.
But I'm trying to think.
I'm so old. I remember when gas was less than $1 a gallon.
I do too.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, well, I think I remember. I could be wrong, but 27 cents a gallon, maybe.
I remember before we had both ways, uphill, way steep, blah, blah, blah. But you're right. But here we are.
There was this, when I was at Hill High School, there was a,
Well, you're not going to stop
what do you mean?
reminiscing about the 40s.
It's not the 40s. When I was at Hill High School, there was a big store down below the hill on Larpenteur called Shoppers City. It was a forerunner to the Targets of the world and Walmarts and whatever.
I thought you didn't shop anywhere that had the word city in it.
I never went in. I'm just telling you it was there. Shoppers City. But there was a gas station attached to it, and that's where I keep seeing in my mind's eye 27 cents a gallon. Shoppers City.
Sure it wasn't the 40s?
Well, you get some neat stuff there. It'll be fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe like
Ben-
dollar steaks like Rook would get?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like the tongue of a shoe
10-cent pack of heaters.
with a note from your mom.
Yeah.